the audio, but it's probably not happened. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. And sorry. Thank you so much for joining in. And
Yeah,
so
just started.
I'm hoping everyone who's joined in either knows something about Access or has read or has done Access. So I will be talking about Access, and the topic today is connected to back to basics. To recognize and acknowledge your talents, gifts, and abilities. How did this topic come about? Now, having said that, we're all going through the lockdown. So how is it going? It is quite crazy for all of us to be sitting at home, and it gave me a thought that I felt like being a caveman. Like caveman was asked to stay in the cave and not go out when a calamity would strike, and that's exactly what I'm going. That's my personal feeling. I'm sure everyone else would be feeling the same. So have we all not gone to that space where we are using the bare minimum of everything, be it spending, be it eating also, maybe it's gone down, maybe it's gone up, whatever. But it's like being the caveman. So it's like going back to basics. What if you were a caveman and now it's a situation, you know how these roadies and all these people who do tasks and all, so Khatro Ke Khiladi and stuff like that. So now the point is, the task is that you have to be home and you have to create a new business. Every way, you're not allowing yourself your creative juices to actually pop out, so that you end up creating a business that is functional and viable for you. Now, how would that be possible? By using the basics of Access also came into my head, because Access bars, when we do, that's absolutely the basic way of getting into Access consciousness. What do the basic tools talk about? Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Everywhere you are judging yourself that you do not have a talent, you do not have any gift, you have no ability. I've been doing this series on how to become money workbook. Now, in that, there are such amazing people who are there who have been living their life not knowing that they have any talent. And when we interacted, the other person sitting across the table realized that they have so many talents, and the person who has the talent does not recognize that. So what is, how we do not even acknowledge the gifts when we are born? How is that possible? Because when we were born, we were told by our parents that no, this is not what we're looking out for. So either you have to go into becoming a doctor, engineer, all those glossy and classy format of becoming something, and then you just give up your knowing. And if you like dance and you're born in a family where your family hates dance, or for that matter, if you want to become an actor and your family thinks that it's really bad, it's not done, and it's, you'll ruin yourself if you go in that direction. Same thing with sports, same thing with other genres. You will not be appreciated, and because you're not appreciated, 99.99% people give it up for the regular way of living, that is doing an MBA or maybe doing something if you do commerce. And if you do arts, then you're like completely gone, because people really don't think that that has any kind of potential. So having said that, and I think that I would have taken arts if not science. I took up science because I have two elder brothers who are doctors. Now, of course, my father wanted a family of doctors. I chose to be a rebel. But because I was a rebel, everyone just looked down upon me as if I'm not worth it. The whole while I was just trying to prove that I am worth it. I know what I'm talking. I know I have the ability. I know I have the talent. Because as a child, when I used to do stand-up mimicry and stuff like that, I used to earn money out of nowhere. Like, how the relatives that who come, beta iski acting karke dikhana, and I would do that, and they would say, "Arey, okay, fine, 100 rupees in my hand," and I thought I was doing something great. Why would people just take out money from their pocket and give it to me just for the heck of it? But they did. So now that what made me so confident that I was sure that I wanted to go in for becoming an actor. The only thing is, as I started growing up and everyone said, "Oh, it's really bad. It's really bad. You should not go in that direction. You will be, you will have to give it up, and it's not good. You don't go in that direction." And that started instilling a lot of fear in me as if I was doing something wrong. Thanks to Access today, that there is nothing right or wrong, there is nothing good or bad, but you start feeling rejected, you know, in this entire journey where you know and you're not following what you know. So, I mean, I would ask you to just pardon for that, first of all. Secondly, a lot of gaslighting happens from family members because they are the only one you're going to contact and connect with, and ask them, what do I do? What can I do? Can I do something? Can I go in this direction? And they say how incorrect it is. I know somebody who came for a tarot session, and she said my son had taken science, he was going to become an engineer. Now suddenly he's developed a passion for music. He started singing English songs. Forget Hindi or Gujarati because we are in Ahmedabad. English songs, and she's psyched out as a mother because she knows her son is very brilliant, and he's suddenly taken a U-turn and he's going into music. The apprehension that how is my son going to feed his family or feed himself itself is a very big thing. And the child is so determined. He's like, I'm doing this or I'm doing nothing. I will do engineering, but I will not go into a job or anything if that's what your expectation is. Interesting, isn't it? So having said that, the children, as we are born, we know how to manipulate our parents, and parents know how to manipulate us if they're smarter than us. So now it depends which category are you in. Are you being manipulated or are you manipulating? It's up to you. So when that happens, you give up on your multiple talents that you actually have in favor of doing something which is run of the mill, which is regular, and which is going to give you some income. What if this reality was not about that income? And what if you could just simply, just by following your knowing and something that you really love doing. My next thing is, if it's not a linear method of figuring out things, I mean, normally we go with the advantage and disadvantages of things, that you can do, I can do this, I can't do this. And there is no choice left. So I have no choice, but I will have to do this. So what if it's not a linear function where you chop it off and then you say, okay, fine, because of this, I am choosing that. And that is not the way you choose. It's all about choosing what you love doing. It's something like a lot of people, including Kanika, I saw your video on how to make paneer tikka. And so, I mean, your creativity at its best, you start when you're back to basics, you're caveman now. What are you going to do? How are you going to talk about yourself? How are you going to engage with other people who probably, don't know what all talents you have? Your paintings, Kanika, are amazing. I love your paintings. You know, whatever you're doing is like very, very minute and beautiful. So it's not about right away getting a point of return. It's not like a money thing, that the rate of interest that, okay, I want to do this, and if it's not going to make money, I want to leave it. No, it's not that. But when you're making a piece of art, you're doing things, something that is fulfilling and enriching your life, you're going to be posting it out, keeping it out into the world. People are going to like, wow, can I buy this? Or can I have this? And you can then put a price if you wish to, if you don't wish to. That depends on you completely. So it's about following the energy and not creating a no choice universe where, okay, there are a lot of people whose businesses are kind of on the verge of collapse and completely dying. Can you do something that you have never thought of? Because that zone was never being walked upon. We walk with our blinders on like the horse, it has the blinders on, and they can't have a multi-dimensional view. Not that we don't have a multi-dimensional view either. What we end up doing is we just put our blinders on and we don't want to look in that direction, that I'm good at that too. So how do you just simply follow the energy? If you have several options and opportunities like A, B, C, how do you kind of know what to choose and what to do, and each one of them, and how to create your life? Choose the one that matches your energy, the one that you would like to do, that is the lightest and the most joyful thing that brings in fun for you. Eventually, it will create money. I talk about myself when I was in kindergarten. Can you imagine how small a child I was? And my teacher was so judgmental that she told my mom, I talk like a grandmom. I go on talking. I mean, basically what she meant was I talk too much. As if I grew up with that, with that wrongness in me, because my mom said, oh, you talk too much. You're like a dadi ma. Okay. I didn't never felt that great that, okay, why is she, you know, kind of pinning it down as if that's a wrongness or I'm not good at it. And by the time I got into college, I got into mass communication, I got into that, and I made it my career. I mean, though I'm not using mass communication, I didn't create a career in that, but this is the second ending, that if I was not doing communication, what else could I do? And I realized that could I use my talking for something else? And that's what, and I love talking. You know, you guys coming online give me a high. I don't need dope. I don't need alcohol, man. I mean, you guys get me tipsy. I get so excited seeing people. And I'm like, you know, my friend who is with me, like Radhika, she can vouch for it. And I'm like, yeah, you go crazy. So when, during this lockdown, when I went in my own zone, I'm like, what else can I do? Do I have any talent or ability or gift or creativity? And I came up with this dance thing, which opens up something non-access. I'm like, okay, that could probably be a point of connection with other people who are not into any kind of healing. And that opened up a window for chakra dance and body alignment technique and stuff like that. Having so much fun with staying fit at home, you know, like I never thought that I could do something like this. I've always loved dancing, because when I did Right Voice for You, the first thing was I thought I couldn't go on the stage and speak, and my heart pops out in my mouth. And there, when you must attend if you can ever, that is Right Voice for You. And then they said, go onto the stage and do what you would love doing. And I danced. And dancing, my inhibitions are away. I am totally me. You don't need to know the steps. You don't need to know how to be perfect. You just need to flow and enjoy your moves and your body. It's not about doing 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you're not doing that. You're just flowing because you love dancing. Right. I mean, now that kind of a creativity or that talent, whatever, it's not right now paying, you know, it's not like creating money right away. But look at the brighter side. It makes you happy, makes you joyful. You're doing stuff and you like putting it out and people think you're doing great. So cool. Like, let's have fun with it. It's not, everything is not just about money, but yes, when the time will come, money will pop in from everywhere. And would you be able to handle it? Are you willing to receive it? Is a question you need to keep asking. When you do things that you believe in, you know, you will always, you don't believe in, I mean, when you do things when you don't believe in it, you will always lose money or you will become lesser, because that is not you. You think you're not valuable, and that's why you're doing things that you don't believe in. It's like if I tell you to go and sell, if I tell you go and sell something that you don't subscribe to, like Kachua Chap or something, and which does not really kill mosquitoes, and you're not totally aligned with it, you may not be able to do a good job because you think that this is not what I would like to do, right? I mean, the whole thing is we do things because what else to do? At least I get a job. At least I have to, I mean, this is what I have to do. Instead of thinking that what am I good at? What is it that I can do without being right, wrong, or, you know, without, you know, putting a value to it. Become aware of what works for you. This, you know, without getting that gaslighting. Now, gaslighting is something that people will come into your universe, especially your parents and your friends, who will tell you, are you mad? You can't do this. You know, are you sure you can do this? Is this sow a seed of doubt in you? Oh, you know what? I know this person, he never got money in this, so you may not get it. And the point is, why do you have to go out and discuss it with other people? You don't have to. Just you have to know that you know that this is the vision I'm getting. I know I can create it. How? And you just keep asking a question. What can I do now? What step can I take now? What actions can I take now? And the whole thing is, if you're not proud of yourself and with the things that you're doing, with everything that you're doing, that you have, that you are, you will not be able to create anything greater, right? So you have to, that's the first thing, be proud of yourself. I was, so a few years back, when I used to say that, oh, I'm a healer, I used to shrink and contract as if that was something wrong, because my family never appreciated what I'm doing. They still don't, but I'm now proud of myself for whatever I'm doing. So people call me a hoax, they call me a fraud, or whatever, you know, that, oh, bullshit, this is nothing, energy is nothing, people who are not aware of it. Cool. Interesting point of view to that. And what fun can you have still with all these kind of judgments coming your way? You know what? When you're judged, you make more money. So yeah, it feels great.
So, so ask yourself this question: what do you love doing the most? What gives you a high in life? As I said, seeing and talking to you guys on online, it gives me a high. I love talking to people, right? So what is fun for you? What do you love doing? And everything that you think that you cannot get paid for, you know, everything that comes very easy. So this call topic happened simply because during that how to become money workbook, there's this lady, she's like, oh, that's too easy, you know, a balance sheet which normally people take 3 years, I did it in 2 days. Yeah, but that's too easy, you know. And people were amazed, but no, I can't do this, you know, I can't work. And guess what are you creating? Less money, no money, whatever. But that's a choice. Something that you think, oh, I make great food. I mean, I love this food thing that I do. I go passionate. No, I mean, it's not about passionate. You just enjoy every molecule that you make, or maybe you eat. You can be a food connoisseur. So there is room for everyone and every talent and every gift, every ability. You know, people, if you love drinking wine, you can be a wine taster. How cool is that? You can just go and start tasting wine and say, yeah, this is good and this is not. So everywhere you've discounted yourself and you've not valued yourself, that whatever you do and whatever gifts and abilities you have, they're not great. Can you please destroy and uncreate times a godzillion? That's all I would say. So there's something that you have as a talent and ability that's so easy for you to assume that you couldn't be paid for doing it, you know. It's like some people are really good with children. Okay, I'm not, but some people are really good with kids. They play and they play along, they become a kid. Guess what? You can have your own crash, or you know, you can create a babysitter kind of thing. A lot of stuff is possible only if you thought that you were good enough, and you have to trust your knowing and that yes, I can do this. So, but you've been taught that which is hard to achieve. You know, we have to make it hard. And Gary often says, life is not a penis, don't make it hard. You know, you don't have to make it hard. So the only thing that is hard to achieve is something that is valuable. So obviously when something is coming so easily and naturally, that's not something exciting, right? So a lot of times I end up not doing things which are easy and simple. I'm like, oh, that's so boring. I don't want to do that. It's easy and simple. So you have to be asking this question, you know, often, as to you have to do what you love. Because when you do what you love, then it's no more work in your space. You know, you can do so much more, you can create so much more. So what do I love to do that I assume that I would not get paid for? You can ask that constantly, and whatever awareness that shows up. Like there are a few questions that you can constantly keep asking yourself and come to your own awareness, because I'm not here to tell you what you're good at. You would know what you're good at, right? And that is, what do you love to do? What's really easy for you? What is so easy for you that you think you must not have, you know, it has no value? And what talent or ability do you have that you don't have value? Because anybody can do it, right? And probably this could be the only thing that could give you a lot of money. So when I was to get into body class, first time there was a friend who pushed me in doing it. I hated bodies when I started out with Access, and initially I did not do too much of body work, but she pushed me into it. And something, that's my personal quote: the thing that you resist the most has your greatest potential. Quote unquote me. I mean, I wrote this because whenever I have resisted something very strongly, that has opened up a different new door to possibility. So what did I hate doing? I hated touching bodies. And guess what? I realized that I have some gift with the bodies, and there is something more that opens up with every body that I work on. I love bodies now. So that was the same thing with relationships. That was the same thing with, for a long time, I did not even look in the direction of having money, because a typical healer, I wouldn't want to have money because I wanted to be good, till I got out of that judgment. I'm like, yeah, cool. Thank you, Access, you know, for giving me that insight that you can have money. So it's about what is it that you're resisting dynamically, that if you stop resisting, that you would be able to, you know, that you're refusing, you would be able to have more. Thank you for just writing all these questions, Harsha. That's so wonderful. Yeah, so any questions, you can please unmute yourself and ask. And one clearing that you can constantly run on yourself, a million times, because I know even a million times would be lesser, is what generative energy, space, consciousness, and choice can I be that would allow me to know, be, receive, and perceive the infinite contribution I truly be. And once you start doing this, trust me, you will begin to see that you have an energy that you can contribute to things in different way than you might have thought. That, a lot of times we judge ourselves. No, this is so easy, I can't do this. So what if you recognize you are a connector, you like talking to people, you can connect with people, and you don't shy away from picking up the phone and talking to someone. I will type the clearing in a bit. So what could you add to your life that would make it what will be totally fun for you? You can keep asking that also as a question, because access consciousness is all about adding more to your life. It's not about subtracting, cutting off, chopping things and saying, okay, now either I can do this or I can do that. No, you're an infinite being. Do whatever feels right to you. You can do anything. You have been created and designed in a way that you've never imagined that you could do something which even during lockdown you could earn money. Like Shannon said, that first time in March when the lockdown was announced, and she got psyched out that how is it going to be like, if she's not going to make money. And guess what? In 1 month, she's earned more than like her 6 months target in 1 month. We're doing just online calls and online classes. How does it get any better than that? Have you ever thought of doing that? Did you even acknowledge that you have any kind of ability or talent? Are you really celebrating your life? Because when you, like, the hedonistic way is about celebrating your life in every moment. It's about being the pleasure, the pleasure is high, and anything you do is fun for you, whatever it is. Like if you step out in the rain and you're like, wow, this is wonderful. If you step out in the heat, you're like, wow, that's wonderful. I mean, again, so it's not about faking it. It's about genuinely finding pleasure in everything that you do. But the only thing is, it begins with you. Are you finding enough pleasure within your own self? Are you? I mean, ask yourself that question, because we have a blind spot given to us as we were born, that this is good and this is not good. So I will repeat the clearing. What generative energy, space, and consciousness and choice can I be that would allow me to know, be, receive, and perceive the infinite contribution I truly be? That's a zillion times that you could do. And yes, and Vijay has written amazing clearing. What creation are you using to invoke and perpetrate the biomimetic mimicry of other people's pathways, pains, insanities, and realities are you choosing? We want to become a shoddy mimicry or a carbon copy of our parents, because if they couldn't make it, so obviously if they couldn't, they are seniors, they are grown-ups, they are adults. If they couldn't, so how can we? And the minute you go into a challenge mode that I'll prove it to them that I'm better than them, you've anyway lost the game, because first of all, you have to fight it out to be that energy. Yes, I'll just type it out in a bit. So instead of going for the glossy stuff that we have created around us, that, the classy thing, only if it is classy will I be doing this. What if you don't have a dance studio and you love dancing? Could you start from home? As I said, I love Kanika's way of painting and presenting. It just felt like she's a pro at it. And this is the first time she actually came out on Facebook showing her talent. What fun could that be? It's not about, see, money follows the energy of joy. But are you joyful enough to actually be paid for what you're doing? I'm not saying that a channel will come and start making a cookery show out of whatever you're doing. But the only thing is, you could do party cooking. You can take orders. You can make so much. And it's not for money. It's for your own joy. I don't think Kanika is doing for money, right?
So I teach cooking, Kavita. I teach cooking. Yeah.
Do you charge? I'm hoping you charge.
I teach cooking, but just that of late the access thing got so, I got so occupied with that. I thought, let me restart my abilities and talents. So that's how.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So back to basics. What am I good at, right? What do I love doing? Whether there are takers or no takers, it doesn't really matter. But what is it that I am gifted with? It doesn't matter if 10 people are great dancers. Cool. But you're still different. Your moves will be different. You could be doing b-boying, you could be doing hip-hop, you could be doing multiple things, but you're still different. Every way that your body moves is a different move, right? what if you're, I mean, that's exactly, so there are many people who've identified cooking in their reality. Everyone is just going on to a cooking diary kind of a thing. Yeah, but that's wonderful because there's so much available. Do you think the universe is small, or universe? What does universe mean actually? Okay, would anyone like to say what is universe all about? Like, is it small? Is it big? Or is it infinite? What? We're talking to like 7.3 billion population across the globe, and we think that there is no abundance. So everywhere we have a limitation. We have our blinders on. Can we just button box that? Yes, I mean, somebody has just written. Anita, thank you so much for writing this. So this is one thing that we can go on asking if you haven't recognized what your talents are. What as a child came so easily to you? And I know there are few people on the call who would not even charge money for that because they feel it's, how do I ask money for this? Can I earn out of this? You know, if you're giving, you're brilliant at ideas and solutions for people, but you will not charge.
Kavita, Gary spoke about a lady who loves dogs. Okay, so
Yeah.
she would walk dogs in the morning, and she would charge people that, hey, can I take your dogs out for a walk? And then she would charge them.
Wow.
So that's one. I mean, just what you're adding is whatever gifts and talents you have, and whatever you enjoy, that can get you money.
Normally when people in India would go and walk, oh, but how do I ask for money? There are so many people who have dogs and who don't have time for dogs. You surely can, but have you explored the idea? You just shoot it down in your own head, thinking that no, that's not possible. I don't think I can make money out of it. Have you asked? And if one person says no, is that your universe? Could you just simply go out and ask people and get at least 100 rejections? And so what if you get rejected? What is there that you start rejecting yourself just because people are not validating you? There are a lot of people. My real sister-in-law called me and she said, so are you getting clients in this during these times? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, really? Like, it was a beyond for her that how do you get people online? And can your work actually happen online? So we are a caveman, but we're a civilized caveman, you see. We have so much available as far as technology is concerned. We're a global village. We can reach out to people anywhere. And still we think that, no, that's not enough. And guess what is not enough? Tomorrow, we'll look at it tomorrow. Can you just look at today as to what I can do now? How this is going to shape up now? Like, can I choose something different today? I know a lot of healers on this call are amazing at what they do. But when you bring in a limitation, oh, I can do it only hands-on, I can't do it otherwise, you're again killing the possibility of creating a career that you would really enjoy doing. Would anyone like to ask a question? I'm done with the 30 minutes thing.
Hi, Kavita. Anita here.
Hi, long time.
Long time. Yeah. As you identified very truly that, how do I ask about my abilities? It's very, as you said, it's very easy that, ye ho jata hai. But how do I put it and ask someone to pay money? That's a inhibition that I have.
Yes. So your internet is went wonky, but yes, that's again a sign of not being able to receive. See, point is there are people everywhere. You're not in allowance of even receiving a no from people. You just have to say, do you like this? If somebody says, wow, this is amazing. Do you like this? Would you like to market it? If you can't market yourself, or simply ask, would you like to pay for this? Or I'm willing to sell this out and all. You will probably have 10 rejections, but the 11th one would work for you. Do it.
So what question I can ask here?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So what judgments do I have about asking people to pay me for what I'm good at? First, acknowledge that this comes so naturally. You know what? There are shops here in Ahmedabad and Gujarat who are selling the batter for making dosa. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a line out there because there are a lot of people who don't know how to make batter at home. And
I'm good at it. When you said that, I said, I can do that.
yeah, and I was I tell people I'm doing this. There's somebody who went from here to London and she's like, okay, I can't work full time because I have a small kid. She started doing that sewing job for people. She's MA something masters and all. She studied so much, but she's good at cooking. So she goes out and probably makes, you know, people come and pick up batter and coconut chutney from her house. She's also started her boutique kind of thing where, you know, small damage in the clothes clothes you wear. She does that sewing and she's like, yeah, it's easy. I get £2 per cloth and I'm good with it because she's sitting at home. Her husband is having a good job that keeps her occupied and she's making money out of it. So these are very small things, I know, and we'll be like, but I can't do this. This is too small. This is no, it doesn't suit my status. You know, okay, everything that is can be discussed.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, perfect life. You know, I think Gujarati women are very business-minded women because how does this khakra, thepla and all these things that are there, they started a Grah Udyog. They started at a very small scale. And now their product reaches out to for not even Seva. There are a lot of like Sonal Ben, Khakrawala, there is Indu Ben, Khakrawala, there are lots of Khakrawala and there's a proper study on that these management people kind of have.
We do that. I'm a management person, so I know. There's a case study on Dabbawalas and case study on Papad, Lijat Papad. Yeah.
Somebody would have had the idea that I can do this. How do I reach out to people? Okay, this is how I do it. First, you acknowledge this is what comes very naturally and easy. I can do this. Just then allow yourself to be in that awareness, be in that question. Please ask yourself, okay, this is what I've identified. Now, what do I have to do? What can I do to have it? That's as simple as that. I love, as I said, when I love talking. So, okay, how can I have people? And then I saw Vijay doing all these calls and I'm like, Vijay, could I be, I was too reluctant. I was not sure that Vijay is going to give me a chance to talk like this with people. And it's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, gratitude to you. Thank you so much because I just asked. I thought, you know, you have to have a prior registration, whatever. Maybe there's some kind of a test that one has to, I don't know. I mean, I just thought all of that how do I get into that league of talking, you know, or doing a call. It's like, oh, it's easy. You just send these things. I'm like, that's it? That's all? Can you just go out and ask and make a fool of yourself if you don't even get it? How does it work? You know, I know somebody who is so amazing with her talent. She's done multiple courses, multiple things, and she's multi-talented is what I would say. And she's still stuck at the career point where she's like, I wonder what can I do? Because I don't know what I can do. What am I good at? And the other day I was having something that she had cooked and sent, and that was some snacks that she had sent. I'm like, God, if you just sell it, people will come and buy that from wherever. But that's too small. I can do this. This is very easy. You can start cooking from home. Yes. Yes.
Kavita, this is Kajal.
Yes. Hi, Kajal.
Hi. Just wanted to ask, I know what is my talent. I'm very good at diagnose the thing. मतलब जो people में mental blockages रहते हैं वो मैं easily समझ पाती हूँ कि कौन से emotions से उसको ये हो रहा है और कौन सा emotions work करना है.
Okay.
But अभी ये जो मैं ये people तक पहुँचूँ कैसे? तो मतलब वो मेरे लिए इतना फिर डर जाती हूँ ना, तो then even if I know I can't say to them and वो reach करना group में पहुँचना वो सब नहीं हो रहा है. कहीं ना कहीं मतलब it's my fear or I'm not getting how to do.
Do you think that you are, if you're not good at socially connecting with people, can you hire somebody? Can you ask somebody? Can you ask a question, will this be light for me? Because if there is somebody who can do that thing for you.
Yes.
Or if you don't have to. So can you imagine Gary had hired Dane to make phone calls, which he of course didn't, but he realized that this energy is really working for me. You know,
Okay.
in one entire year, Dane did not make any phone calls.
Okay,
And
great.
yeah, so it was,
Yes.
that wasn't light for him, that he never enjoyed that maybe. But then what came up was that Dane's energy itself was so contagious that it changed a lot in access consciousness. So you have to just ask, who can I be with, who could I work with, who could I possibly hire to work with me and make this ease for me, because technology could be your weakness, how to connect with people. So I
Yes,
have,
that is the weakness only. That is a, I don't know whether weakness or what, but somewhere I stuck there only.
he doesn't like technological work. I mean, working on computer and all. So he has people working for him. That's smart. Now, when you are going, at a level where you have to facilitate more people, you possibly can't do this and that, or you can. Maybe some people are really good at managing their time and thing. But whatever is light for you, you go with that. And Nareshji, you smiled. I think you had
Thank
something
you.
to contribute to this because you smiled. How do I connect with people?
Yes, Kavita. You know,
You
when I started 7 years back in Access, I had
Yes.
the same issue. How
Yes.
to connect.
Yeah, that's why I saw you smiling. I thought you could contribute to this.
So I have a question for Kajal.
Yes.
What are you refusing to perceive, be and receive about you?
Okay. Mm,
And what generative energy, space, and consciousness and choice can you and your body be that will allow you to perceive, be, and receive
okay.
as an infinite being
Yes.
that you truly be? Because as an infinite being, there is anything and everything
Yes.
that's feasible, possible,
Yes, yes.
and
I
within you.
was just refusing someone to get to hired by me. I was just in अभी तक वो ही समझ नहीं पाई कि मैं रखूं तो मतलब फिर वो क्वेश्चन आ जाता था देन कभी पे मतलब मेरा ही नहीं हुआ ग्रुप तो मैं कैसे पे करूंगी.
I started out with Access. I was playing a very small game in Access. Okay, this much I get cash, and I'm like done. I would not even deposit in my bank because I was very psyched out about how would I deal with the banking and the CA. I don't know. I mean, it's all like messed up, and I couldn't do that. Till obviously I kept doing classes and all. And one thing I realized that I could probably hire a CA who could guide me what I can do. My unwillingness to hire a CA for me who could make it easy for me, who could tell me how much money I have to deposit and what kind of balance sheet, I started working towards that. But that would mean that you have to really organize yourself. And so there are systems in place that you have to bring about. So slowly I have started working on that for the last couple of years, and things are getting easier. I'm still not that organized where I can be more, but the whole thing being that yes, at least systems are working in that direction. But I required a class to kind of be told to me as to that you can probably hire somebody. So it's our unwillingness. So for example, you can do your household work, but if you have somebody do that for you, is that more ease so that you can focus on other things and contribute, be a contribution elsewhere? That's how it is. So everywhere we make our routines more important. Everywhere we make people, family, who have to do this for him, this I have to do for her. And then we keep shortchanging ourselves. Can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, clients, boys, and yours. What do you love to doing? That's it. Just be with that. And that will open up doors to possibilities which would go beyond your imagination. Unfortunately, we've forgotten what we love doing. If I ask you, what does your child love to do? And you would be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or what does your husband love to do? And you would be like, yeah, I know he likes this. What do you love doing? I have to think, wait, that's how we are. So everything that is, can you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, clients, boys, and beyond. So the whole deal is just go to a point where you were born and you were growing up. In school, you had so much of energy that I can do this, I can do anything that comes my way. Have you seen Tumhari Sulu? That movie is so inspiring. This woman has not done, she just probably 10th fail or something, and she's like, I can do this. Or tell me how to do this, I can do that. The movie, watch the movie, The Intern. He never says, oh, I can't do this, how will I do this, and creating havoc for themselves. So you have to be in allowance of yourself. That, oh, even if it may sound as ridiculous as a thought that can I do this or not, I would still do it because I know it is possible. What if sometimes you require a mirror work, you know, sometimes that works very well. Somebody, you know, people tell you that, you know what, you're very good at this. It took probably, that time I was not in Accent, it took my boss to tell me that I'm good at identifying how people are for work. For 3 years, I ran my own HR consultancy with nobody. I was one-man army. And I could, so without having Naukri.com, Monster.com, I could close, like I could earn 10 lakhs in that year. But that fire had somewhere kind of dissipated. And I started distrusting myself. It's about just being in allowance of yourself, in gratitude, all those 5 levels of intimacy, that I love myself and I trust myself, whatever I do. At that time, because sword was hanging, I was going through a divorce, and I was like, I will make this happen. You know, I was like that warrior. No, the Xena warrior, I'm going to do this. And so it took me some more time to kind of reconnect with that energy, and it opened up a lot for me. And now I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So for a long time, my statements would begin with, no. Okay, no, this can't happen. And then I would rethink, why did I say no? But that had become a very autopilot mode for responding to people. So everywhere you have become that to yourself, that automated response system that you have installed in your system. Can you please just try and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, powerful, clients, boys and girls. The no is very easy. So I have to go to, for example, if I have to go to UK and I'm not being able to because everything is shut down, and everybody tells you that no, it is not possible, what are you going to do? I still say, interesting point of view. Yes, something will work out and something will happen, and I know I will be able to go. I know that. Whenever that is, I mean, you're just not vested in the outcome. Just be an allowance of who you truly be, without having judgments on yourself. You know, it's just about you being you and knowing that you can. I know I can. Now my sentence begins with, even before somebody is asking me, I'm like, yes, tell me. Okay, if I would like to do this, tell me what is it that I have to do, and I will do this. I'm still building a muscle to receive a no from people. I'm a control freak, you see. But yeah, when people say no, it's not possible, I'm like, yeah, why? You know, tell me how. Tell me what can I do to have it still. So that's me, of course. But you got to see where you are. And we all, trust me, we all are gifted. Even the less gifted children, the so-called disability that we see, they are also gifted. That's why we call them special, right?
Kavita, you are great with bodies. I'm aware of that.
Yes.
So in this time of lockdown time, can you just talk about what are you doing, how are you doing for everybody's benefit?
Yes. So as I said, it's certain. Sometimes so we have a lot of stuff in Access, which is energetic stuff also. If it is not about hands-on, it could be off hands and do stuff like that. So there are a lot of online stuff that I am doing currently. And as I said, I went back to basics, where I started my journey with the chakra, and I integrated it with the dance form, which is now, I have shared weight with that, because that is leading to a fitness regime, and that's fun for me. Something that comes very naturally. So flowing with your body, allowing your body to move, because your body just enjoys movement. It's not about exercising and repetitions. So when you're individually working on the chakras, that has opened up for me. So hands-on, yes, I do get, we can't, but we can do it on ourselves at least. We can allow that fire, that energy to be alive, and do what is fun for you. That's all I would say. And people will see that, because it's about your energy. It's about being alive and being kicking and, you know, being present in this moment. And we have a lot of energetic stuff that we are anyway doing. It's sometimes just pick up the phone and just, they're probably looking out for some kind of counseling. So when you counsel people, when you talk to people, that could be an engagement as well as clear their clouds of darkness that are lurking around. You can just clear that out for them. So it's
Kavita, can we do an expansion exercise because since we're talking about energies and bodies, I think it'll be a contribution maybe.
Yes, and I could probably do a 10-minute SOP. So just be close and allow yourself to receive the energy. And I wonder, I'm not even wondering. I mean, I know that people who have chosen this call is because they probably are still stuck with identifying whether they are gifted and they have abilities, or they have abilities and they're not doing anything about it. So what will it take for you guys to go beyond the limitation that you have imposed? So just close your eyes. All of you all just close your eyes and push your deepest barriers down. Just push deeper, more from all directions, front, back, up, down, everywhere. All those barriers that you have installed in your system that you wouldn't allow yourself to receive. And just expand out of your body. We 30 people today on this call could just engage with every other molecule on this planet. So what is it that you could receive today? That could be the beginning of something that you've never imagined. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you and your bodies be to create something greater that you've always desired for? And what is it that you truly desired for? And everywhere you're not acknowledging that, can you please destroy and uncreate? I'm the Godzillion, right? Wrong, good, bad, population, just expand for kilometers out. Another 10,000 kilometers, another 10,000, another 10,000 kilometers in all directions. See the earth as a small little ball. Earth is within you, you're within the earth. Commune with this planet that you're living on. Every molecule is willing to contribute as long as you're willing to receive it. Everywhere you're holding back and you're creating misery, that no, nothing is possible, it's not going to happen, I'm not worth it. Can you please just try and uncreate all of that? Everywhere you're angry with yourself, all those destructive implants of guilt and anger that you have accumulated and made yourself solid as hell for not choosing or doing when you really had the time and you could, but is now the time that you could. What if you could just simply engage with the elementals who could contribute? What if you could just engage with the quantum entanglements that you ask and you shall receive comes true at any given point of time? But are you willing to receive it? What if it shows up? What if it doesn't show up the way you would like it to show up? And you will go into the wrongness of it, that maybe I asked something wrong. What if you had no judgments about what was right and what was wrong? What was good and what was bad? What if this polarity does not exist anymore? Because you expand yourself beyond into the universe, where you're just there. Just be present to yourself. Just breathe out. Breathe out every negativity, everything, every thought, feeling, emotion that keeps you stuck with yourself and makes you so solid that you're not willing to receive something that is so natural, so easy for you to receive. Now visualize, in between your hands, an energy ball. It's your own personal energy ball, where you just pull a lot of energy from all those people who could contribute to your ask. Give it a color, give it a shape, give it whatever, it's your ball. Just make this ball and allow that energy to sink in through you, around you, over you. And keep pulling the energy and keep putting in whatever you really, really desire in your life. See it right there. And everywhere you took a point of view that, oh, if I'm going to ask too much, I'm going to be greedy. You just let go of that point of view that destroy and uncreate that. Just ask, like as if you were just a child. You had no right or wrong in your universe, and you could just simply ask because it was fun to ask. You were never vested in the outcome, but you would just simply ask. In this ball, be it family, relationships, health, career, friends, energy, creativity, IB power, creativity, awareness, control, and money, the kind of houses that you would like to have, anything and everything in this ball. And just let it be, and just send out trickles to people who could make this into a reality for you and contribute to your life. Something which is so expansive, so wonderful. This is the kind of life that you've always asked for. And you know it's possible because when you were born, you knew it was possible. And everywhere you gave up your awareness in favor of other people. Can you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, powerful, financial, boys and beyonds. All the no's that you've taken since you were born as a child, and you've been giving that to your kids, and they will be giving down to their own children. All the no, all the rejections, all the separation, all the DJCCs and past juniors do that did not allow you to blossom into the being that you truly are. Can you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, powerful, financial, boys and beyonds. Wow. And do what's fun for you. Cool. Just keep expanding, and allow yourself to just be. This is who you are. Someone who has no boundaries, no limitations. Just the being who is available to everything, every molecule, with no judgment. What fun is that? Cool. Thank you for receiving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
And thank you so much, Vijay, for giving this opportunity. I love it. And immense gratitude to you, all of you all, including Vijay, who could deliver to my ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, if you want, I can put in my number. Just in case you would like to receive something, and it'll be fun to kind of share and receive and do things together, you know. Thank you.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
You're wonderful.
You're so
wonderful. Thank you.
all of you all are, because when I was actually doing the energy work, you're like so expanded already. Very few, I mean, barriers could I see, and then, oh, what if we could just fly, you know? And we can. As a child, we thought of it. So we can still. Just a matter of time, let the lockdown open up, and then we're going to fly out. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
It was wonderful. Bye.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.